Hey gamers, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about performance on the PS5. I've had this PS5 for a little bit over a week now, maybe a week and a half, and I'm going to talk about how it performs on my LG monitor right here, because I know there's been a lot of questions on what resolution I play on, how many frame rates I get on the PS5 and on this monitor. So I'll talk about that, and I'll talk about all the settings that you'll need to set on your PS5 to get the best performance out of the system, and so that you can have the best gameplay and overall advantage on every other player out there. So stay tuned for that. So my overall experience with the PS5 has been great. The performance is way up there. It's so fast on loading, it's so fast on gameplay, it's so smooth, and the graphics looks amazing on this console. Along with my monitor here, I'm running the LG 27GL850 monitor, and it is a 1440p monitor. A lot of people had questions on this, whether the PS5 can handle it. So here's the info on it. This monitor is a 1440p monitor. It can handle 4K, but it downscales it to 1440p. It can run up to 144 Hz. And by testing this out, I'm noticing that a lot of the games don't have that 120 frames per second yet. The only game that can support it right now is Call of Duty Cold War. And a lot of times you might not even get up to 120. The range is around 100 to 120, which is pretty high and really up there for competitive gaming on console. But if you're wondering if Warzone can get the 120 Hz, no, it cannot right now. I think in the future when they update Warzone to be like Cold War, then you can get that 120 Hz, but you'll have to play it at 1080p. The reasoning is that the PS5 only has a HDMI 2.0, and you need a HDMI 2.1 to output 4K at 120 Hz. On the other hand, I'll do another review on my Xbox Series X, which can get a 1440p at 120 Hz out of it. And so it's a little bit more powerful there on the Xbox, but we're talking about PS5 here, and the PS5, the only game right now is Cold War that can handle 120 Hz. You also have to set it to performance mode, and I'll show you guys all the settings right here. So in your PS5 settings, go to Save Data and Game App Settings, and then under Game Presets, set it to performance mode. Now I'll show you guys gameplay on a lot of my other games here, and most of them are PS4 titles. So the thing with the PS5 is that you can play PS4 titles until they come out with an updated PS5 title, and then I'm sure they'll have a lot of the updates on it where you can get 120 Hz and a higher resolution out of it. So I want to say this, for most of the games that I'm playing right now, PS4 and PS5 titles, you can play at 4K, but this monitor downsizes it to 1440p, and you can only get 60 Hz out of it, which is 60 frames per second. Is it a big difference from the PS4 Pro? Yes, I had the PS4 Pro, and I'm noticing it's very smooth. It's a lot more smoother, the graphics are way better, and the performance is way up there. But I have to set it to performance mode to get the most out of it. And most of the times when I'm playing Warzone or Fortnite, I'm setting my monitor to 1080p so that I can get a better response time and frame rate and everything out of it, better performance. And also every game that I play, I go into the settings and I look to see if they have a performance mode or a graphics mode. But like I said, when I'm competitively playing with other players, I do set my monitor to 1080p, and the graphics is amazing still. This LG monitor does a great job with downscaling it to look great. This LG monitor, along with their other models of the LG brand, they are one of the few that can do this downscaling correctly. That's what I'm reading about. I'm reading that other monitors cannot downscale it right, and it does look blurry, and the graphics on it, it just takes a hit from it. But LG does a great job with this. If you guys are looking for an LG monitor, I really suggest to buy it at their website and not on Amazon or any third-party sellers, because you can get a crappy model out of it. You don't know how they're selling it. I bought my monitor directly from LG, and it works perfectly. I don't see any problems with this monitor. I'll show you guys right here. This is exactly how it looks like in my room, and it looks amazing on this monitor. And as for my LG monitor settings, if you guys are wondering, I'm basically just playing on vivid mode. I think it looks the best on that, but I also do have a Gamer 1 setting mode, and I'll leave all of that info down in the description down below if you want to see that. For my headphones, I'm using the Astro A40 with Mix Amp, and it does work on the PS5. I tested it out on the Xbox Series X, and it didn't work, even with the firmware update. So it only works on the PS5 models and the PS4. And this is because I bought the PS4 version of the Astro A40s, but they do sell the Xbox Series versions as well. I just wish they made these headphones global overall that would work with PC and every system. The weird thing is that my Astro A40s, I connected it to my Xbox One S and it actually worked. So I don't know what the deal was there with the Xbox Series X. I don't know why they didn't make it work just like the Xbox One S. So that was strange. But the sounds that you're hearing in my gameplay here is coming from my external speaker here that I have connected to the monitor, and that's just for these gameplay purposes that I'm showing you guys here. So to recap, most of the monitors today only support HDMI 2.0, and so if you want to play that 120Hz, you'll have to set your PS5 to performance mode and set your monitor to 1080p. Otherwise, the only game that can support 4K at 120Hz right now is Call of Duty Cold War. However, I think a lot of the games that they will update later on will be the same way as Cold War. Either way, if you want to wait for the HDMI 2.1 monitors coming out later on, that will fully support 4K at 120Hz. But for now, just set your monitors to 1080p, turn on performance mode, and most of the games you'll get around 100 to 120 frames per second. I'll leave a game list in my description with all of the PS5 games that will support 120Hz and what monitor rates that you'll have to set it to. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave you with some gameplay at the end right here. Enjoy guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!
was here. What did I tell you?